Hunter's Fury clearing the other side of the site, takes down 2 as well. Dwipo, the last player left. Impressive shots off of a random pistol swap, but he's got no chance to contest the defuse. And Energy's retake, it's expensive, but it's efficient.
And that's what they need as well. They need to make sure they guarantee this retake. They're down rounds right now. They can't afford to save any further. They don't want to drop any more. Using Showstopper to clear through hell. EU was on critical HP, wasn't going to challenge anyway effectively, so just using his ult does say to me that Exit want to go for this one. Might not be the round to pull too many ults out beyond the fact that there is a Blaze Storm already, but here comes the Showstopper anyway. Exit want to go.
Oh my goodness, Android, hello? What in the world? We don't see moments like that often from Android. Very much so doubting his ability to capitalize on 1 kill. So we'll go 1 for 1 on the exchange. Exit on the site, but not comfortable enough yet to even try to attempt for a spike plant. EU trying to retake, spamming through the Cybercade. Not going to find too much. And meanwhile, BCJ is with the Spectre.
Defeated.
2v2. Nice shock dart from EU. Able to find the elimination. Just comes down to Dwipo. Not a lot of time. Wants to try to toggle for a spike plant, but now that they know, yep, there it is. Let's say there's also an owl drone that has not been used yet. EU comes around the corner, finds the easy kill. And even with a bit of hijinks and I won't say hilarity, but question marks, Energy still hold the site.
You failed.
Yeah, Android's, that was a bit of a whiff shot there, not going to lie. He probably should have killed that.
It's coming to life through the mid to late stages of the first half. EU little shoulder peek. We'll bait out a little bit of information off the gunfire, but really not too much. Xset recognizing that EU continually plays the A site also will come away with very little information as well.
Dude, NRG do a lot of these 3 stacks, man. Like, this is another round where they could have been rewarded pretty heavily, and a couple of times for NRG as well, especially that last round where they get a little bit aggressive over towards a sewer, and there's not quite a crossfire, but Aaron is in heaven. Maybe that'll be unexpected for NRG. They probably don't think he's there.
With the spike plant, will he have the opportunity to really do too much from the top side of heaven? Showstopper called. Android finds the first. Aaron peeking, Daps ready for it the entire way.
Don't interrupt.
An Energy retake in the 2v2. They put themselves up 6-4. An Xset again in a pretty trepidatious position as they go into the next round, likely having to save again. But on the play with a couple of the kills to follow up. We did stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, at the moment. EU not going to find the first kill, breeds the second, gets the reload on. Still a very possible post-plant 2v3, especially as EU and Sam find the 2 in front. Now it just comes down to 1 on the backside. It's Dwipo at low HP. He's able to find the first, but not a second. EU clutching things up for 3 in the round, all of them coming in the final few seconds.
Yeah, man, that looks so... It looks so unlikely as well. I mean, EU was caught in towards sewer.
Really good stuff for Xset and a little bit of a light buy situation, able to collect those 2 early weapons and then turn that into a flawless defense.
Yeah, and the patience of BCJ as well, just sitting there with the Bucky. Look, we've talked about Buckies. We've had plenty of situations where Buckies just get insane value, and that's thankfully going to get nerfed soon. But for now, BCJ getting himself a free gun. Pura as well, winning his duel over towards A-Long. What more could you ask for except
not much.
9-7 now? I mean, the scoreline's...
It's a 1v1, no time for a plant. Aaron just holding a corner, and Xset strike first in a very tight map, 13-11.
I'm so proud.
And both sides had insane rounds, and we talked about that massive Android clutch not once but twice. You talk about the fact that Summon EU had that huge round on A as well. And then that Bucky round, like both teams at various points across the map. Both talked about that massive Android clutch not once but twice. You talk about the fact that Summon EU had that huge round on A as well. And then that Bucky round, like both teams at various points across the map on both their halves played phenomenally. It was really insane to read, you know, who was going to have advantages where, and doesn't even matter because even on a light buy, BCJ has gotten multiple frags on that Bucky, even on rounds where it was
playing. Android says by getting a couple of headshots apparently. Takes down Pure, immediately steps under the defuse for a moment. Hot Hands goes down, but the Nanostorm will shrug that initial defuse attempt away. Now here comes the guiding light, but opens up some space. Tex good for 1, BCJ for the exchange. Sticking it is Sam, but no! A couple of seconds too late. Dwipo finds all of the final 3 kills. And Xset again take a pistol.
It's not really too different from what we've seen on Haven, to be fair. Xset getting a lot of these early free sites.
Up top finds the first elimination. Tagged down, almost an opportunity for a second. Now it comes down to the retake through Hookah. We did very aware of that potential play. Does shut down Android immediately. But does he expect a second to be here? Well, the Seekers will for sure give them the information. So now they know for sure Adapts is going to be positioned over to the hookah. Nice spam for one, but BCJ makes sure that things don't get too interesting. Shuts down the play for his third kill, and Xset find their fourth round. What in the world does that wall make? Offensive team on Bind that they are an offensive team. The numbers are still marginal, but the fact remains. They're going to be in a position here soon where they're going to have to once again have that conversation told the way that, hey, you're in a must-win round coming up. They do find first blood through the middle of the map, so an opportunity here to kind of get one back early. But Pure wants to get aggressive, has a boom bot to help free them up through elbow. Daps up top through hookah, gives away his position. But so NRG still in a pretty prime position, and we go into round number 6 with a lot of ultimates for our consideration.
Important interaction here to note is that Android probably wants to hold his runner back because NRG have a good counter comp for the fact that Aaron is bringing the Astra through, and I don't know that this is specifically NRG trying to counter the Astra, more so than the fact that NRG just play this exact same comp anyway, no matter what they're up against. But what you'll notice is, I think the best counters currently to, especially the Cosmic Divide...
Goodness! Let it speak for itself, really.
Oh, why use any other gun? Just use the Bucky. Like, how many kills does BCJ got on the Bucky alone? Like, we saw it on Haven, you see it on this map, like, he upgrades onto a rifle. I question whether that's a real upgrade or not. And the fact that he pushes past the wall, by the way, it's such an interesting dynamic to play with, because I think a lot of teams imagine that you're probably going to respect the wall, but the fact that BCJ gets past his own...
Mention the statistic, defensively, they're better half, and they're really starting to show it. Recon Bolt finding a lot of engagement. BCJ trying to chase down what initially was the shadow step coming through, but Android able to hold on, make sure things stay tight, but nobody expects Dwifo through U-Haul. And he's in a situation, maybe clutch up a 1v3. Now down to him versus Tex, but does not predict the correct angle, and NRG tie things up at 5.
Man, he needed that spike. He still had a turret available as well. That could have been well played if he had spike. It was actually a problem. I'm not too sure about the Cosmic Divide coming on through because it ends up helping NRG. You see BCJ towards the end of the round. He doesn't know what to do. The wall is actually helping the retake, and that's the issue because the wall is much better at retake anyway. If NRG can actually get control on the site, they can use the wall to start defusing for free, and the rest of the players alive for Exit can't play against their own wall, so it's... Honestly, it kind of screwed them a little bit there. I mean, if you're going to use the wall... For me on the attack, probably
gets pulled away. So an opportunity now for Xset to stack through hookah with numbers. They find the first blood. Opportunity still kind of go for speed on the retake. But Dwifo gets some help. A beautiful flash coming to the mid. Saab, he's able to find 3, not going to get the 4th. Just down to a 1v2, and no one knows where EU is. Now they do though. 1v1 with Pure. Has the utility to play with, doesn't even need it! Oh, headshot out of nowhere! And EU clutches up the pistol for NRG.
Talked about Thwyfer, yeah, he's been no talking point. Lockdown really making NRG's lives quite difficult on that A site, and I mean, look all the utility down. You talk about like what can the Astra and the Killjoy do together? Well, they can do massive setups and over into Hookah. It's going to be 1-for-1 trade, but you do have a lot of info as well to work with if you're Exit.
What
yes, though,
the
holy cow.
heck is that? I mean, by that perspective, he was still running away. Tosses a shot out and it connects. I mean, that was established. 2 quick kills again for Immortals, and TSM just caught out on individual islands. No chance to respond.
Everyone's pushing up here, though. Surely gets a kill. There it is. Jason Stani misses. TSM bring one back, and that was looking bad, by the way, because Wardell looked like he was going to get timing. He actually unscopes, and JC Stani probably would have killed him there, but JC misses the shot, and then Wardell punishes. So TSM still technically
did come through with the spam shots out. JC Stani, he's been here before, just trying to read the numbers. No. Does see 2 players, does get the connection. So TSM will have gained favor through a long and potentially through the short as well. We got the Cosmic Divide defensively placed for Immortals, cutting really right down the middle of the sewers. And I agree with you. I was going to try to leave that thought for you, though, but it feels like this is way too soon.
Well, the thing is, it's like there's so much time available. If you won, the score line is nothing but dominance from Immortals so far on this defense.
I mean, we'll spend some time at the half to talk about the impact that Rossi has had as a fill-in for Nature. I mean, we valued Nature really highly as far as what he actually brought to this Immortals team overall. And Rossi says, hold my adult beverage. And Wardell goes down once more. It's looking really positive for an Immortal 9th round, but TSM do have weapons to work with here. So an opportunity maybe to try to find an opening and gained a little bit of ground to work with.
It might be the force to star on the ground as well, so I don't mind that coming through from Sub Rosa, you know, trying to really push the operator off the line. Maybe force star to be used. Jason Starting misses. Bit of a rare menu shot up there on the side. This still available. Won't use it. We'll get punished, but it's still Immortals coming out. Big TSM just down to one. Sub Rosa's got to do it all, and he doesn't have the HP, the time, nothing, no teammates, no win. 9-1, 10 rounds down.
And another, the Sheriff's lighting things up for TSM. Spike still gets planted. Cutler's able to find a third elimination. The wall's only blocking one side, and JC Standy's able to isolate the other. Rossi now moving forward, gets stacked on, but JC Standy for a third. This would be a full ace and a 1v2. Still has some utility to play with. The wall gets broken. Gotta keep it wide. Find one, he's able to get the 1v2 lineup, and an ace for JC Standy.
And then
TSM. Spike still gets planted. Cutler's able to find a third elimination. The wall's only blocking one side, and JC Standy's able to isolate the other. Rossi now moving forward, gets stacked on, but JC Standy for a third. This would be a full ace and a 1v2. Still has some utility to play with. The wall gets broken. Gotta keep it wide. Find one, he's able to get the 1v2 lineup, and an ace for JC Standy.
and then
Still a 3v4 situation. Gravity Well's gonna slow things down definitively. But Brax Wardell find a couple more. Shot up though with his third elimination, could be threatening for a potential ace. Brax on the way in. Shot up top for the fourth. Looking for maybe number 5 at long range. Why not? JC Stani first, shot up second. Immortals take the round with an ace.
2 aces and a single half for Immortals. If that doesn't tell you the story so far of what's been going on.
TSM will have to kind of decide between them. Really for both teams, because you've got Rossi playing. And on the other side, you got Brax. Hunter's Fury comes through. Wardell actually takes use of it by finding elimination up close to the operator. Actually gets a tag on a shot up. Who goes over the top? He takes down the spike carrier and stays alive. What kind of finesse is that? Wardell, though, he's really waking up as he finds another quick scope, and then the swap immediately to the classic for the third.
But again, still not enough for the Hunter's Fury. They have no alts in play. Meanwhile, there's still a run it back available for Mata to put to use for intel or for a retake or just really anything they feel is necessary. As Seb finds another, and it seems like this is over with, Tanner. I mean, I find it hard to come back to this point.
Yeah, I mean, they do have, well, they had the numbers advantage. Boy playing inside the switch. Yay on the flick there, coming out wide, swinging from stairs, 13-7.
How they commit the spike plant, they still have main advantage in the post plant, but Ambox do have the Rolling Thunder to use for the retake.
And we've seen this story before, and it did not go well for Noble and Seb kicking things off just the way we saw it play out. The script has been written, and it's all scripted here at this point. Jangler, Sheriff in hand, gonna be sat down by the operator. Another kill to come through from Yane. It's all down to the last Precision. Able to find a couple, but the spike is halfway, and the clutch comes through. Precision goes huge.
There's some serenity.
What an individual effort from Precision. It seemed like
Precision, though, has since sniffed it out. Oh, man, drops onto the site, and surely this is a boy round. Surely this is an Ambox round as the first fake comes through. 53 HP, the shot's not through the wall. Precision looking to stick it. Boy sniffs it out, the shot through the wall. Precision instead to get the clutch.
oh my god, it has to be gut-wrenching because Boy was playing that clutch out to perfection. He beat the timing on the alarm and just able to set up the crossfire at the site player to perfection.
So unfortunate. And then gets on site, and Vice is still just tossing out the flashpoints. Menace didn't even stand a chance. And now we're in that weird economy spot that you talked about.
Yep.
Making them have to worry about a high-low peak here if Boy and Ye want to push together.
Able to escape out on the showstopper as well, and it all starts to fall apart. And guess what? The sixth man for Ambox now ticking down in the time. The spike since picked up. They've got the time to get it down, and it's all up to Vice. What is going on? Precision does it again.
I don't get it, man. Ambox actually, again, avoided Zekin's ult. They did not spot set in the back of the site. He and Mata combined for 2. They get the opening.
Finally will get traded, but that duo that I was talking about, Dust, both the Rez and the Blades now off the board, and Makalop looking to follow.
Yeah, he got spotted though by Ethan, able to get the spam through there, and Heal still standing, wall blocking the forward penetration towards defending Spawn. Nitro catches Def, and somehow, even with Rar's efforts, it's all down to Baby J, and he is done for. Ethan with the huge...
Jay able to get things started off. pretty well, and because of that resurrection in the last round, it won't be available on the rifle for Rice and Meatballs. So 100 Thieves backs against the wall, and Asano some way, somehow, no way he gets that done. Now he's got the showstopper online. He's got a couple targets acquired, tosses it out and gets a double kill with it. Asuna is an actual madman.